the Wednesday wrap-up show. We're back in the building.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
We shouldn't have left you.
What's good?
What a dope show to step to.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hanging in there, you know. Busy summer.
Yeah.
It used to be the summers were like the slow time of the year, but I feel like the older I get, it's the exact opposite.
What's up to people in the chat? This is kind of what Rich would call a popped up sitting low show. It wasn't planned. We just kind of threw it together at the last minute and said, hey, let's come on because we haven't been on in a long time. So what's up to y'all in the chat who popped in, our loyal followers? Amir, Kevin, Pitts, Pericles, Dragon Balls up in the house. Thank you for joining us. Jay, thank you. Welcome to you. Eclectic Blurty Niche. Man, bro, you got the best questions of all time. Every time this brother shows up.
And they're numbered. They're numbered too. I enjoy that.
Just the best questions. Just so insightful. All the artists appreciate his questions too. I have nothing planned for tonight. I don't know if you guys have anything planned.
I wanted just to show off a comic book.
Flex session. Did we ever get Angel a flex warning? She gets
no.
You know what? That's what I'm just gonna do a general. I'm gonna do a general flex warning.
Well, I'm not ready.
Don't back down now. You already said you got something to share.
No, I said I will. I will share because I put it in our chat that there have been some actors and actresses and hip hop people that have made comic books, and I think it's important the historical value that even though they were in a different part of our history, that they did cross over to comic books. I think it's important.
Like who are you referring to?
I am referring to specifically Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yes.
She did a comic book?
She did a comic book in 1998. So uno momento, because I meant to grab it before I sat down.
This is news to me. I didn't know this.
I'm about to know it.
Wait. See, this is why I wasn't ready. I don't even know what I did with it. In the meantime, y'all can talk about that.
Let's see what people in the chat are saying. Jay from Tampa Comic Con is saying hi to you.
Oh, yes. I got to meet one of our loyal contributors to our chat group. Jay is an actor out in Jacksonville, I believe.
Big Phil is DJing as he's watching. I hope he's not spinning at the same time. What do we got here?
Menace.
Let's make her big. Make her big.
I don't know if you can see that.
Menace by Jada Pinkett. I have never in my life heard of this before.
So this is part of comic book history for indies. And I've been on this journey of making sure that not only that we find it, that we make sure we find them and collect them. So she was inspired by the movie The Crow.
Okay.
And
put that one back up.
This is a Liefeld cover.
Wait, you said Liefeld? Liefeld did that cover?
Yeah. Well, he did the comic book with her.
That's Rob Liefeld's artwork.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
That's insane. That doesn't look anything
See
like
his signature right there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That looks
all over it.
That literally looks like Vixen. I did not realize until this very moment that she would have made an excellent Vixen back.
Yeah, definitely. That easy. That would have been easy. This is under the genre of horror because the main antagonist, kind of dies, and she's a badass. See, Jada
is that an Image book?
No, well, remember Liefeld helped found Image.
Yeah.
So no, this is awesome comic.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was trying to just be quiet about it. Eclectic.
What?
He said, "Well, we don't see the feet, so we can't identify Liefeld's art that easy."
Yeah, there's no feet. Yeah, see, the feet are all messed up at the bottom. It's him. Yeah, most of the comic book, it's the themes are, it's traditional, but it's all black characters.
Damn.
I mean, the artwork is exceptional and the story is really good.
No, that's the artwork is exceptional. It's a lot of black characters too.
Yeah. So the main antagonist is, or protagonist rather, is this lady. And
how many issues was it? Do you know?
That I think I want to say 4. Don't quote me. I want to say. No, I had to dig it up. I had to hunt it down. No. Nobody really has these. You gotta look for them from. It was a collector out in Philly, because this was published in Philly. Believe it or not.
Wow. It was only published in Philly. She's like from Baltimore.
I mean,
oh, maybe because Fresh Prince.
That's where it was. That was where it was distributed. Yeah, Awesome Comics. So they're hard to find outside of Pennsylvania.
I'm online right now. I can only find issue 1.
The art of Menace looks like Ian Churchill art, is what Eclectic is saying.
That's a damn shame. All right, let me go purchase these 2 real quick before the rest of the people who are watching purchase it.
I know. Oh man, we gotta have that. Yes, gotta have it.
Felix, how's it going?
Race against Derek. Derek is always buying stuff as we're doing this.
Right.
I'll let you have this one, Paul. You know, I got your back. I get you an alley-oop every once in a while.
Oh, you give me alley-oops all the time. Derek's been on a hookup thing with me, so he got my respect. Felix McRoom says, "Can I get back in the group?" I don't know. Did you do something stupid? Did you?
Yeah, you got booted. I don't know. Why would we let you back in? I don't know.
You either have to do something really stupid or just be a general jerk to get booted out the group.
I don't know. Hit us up in chat so we know what happened.
Right.
Like when we started this, you know, it was a lot easier to maintain, but now things are automatically maintained. And
we get yelled at all the time for people getting booted out the group, and people don't realize there's like 4 or 5 of us doing moderation on the space. Do you really think we sit all day moderating 90,000 people's comments and posts?
I know. No.
Like, it's mathematically impossible if you guys are thinking we're sitting there all day going, you know what? I don't like this comment. I'm going to boot this guy and say something mad about it. Like, for real, like, you understand it's bots that run the moderation for the majority of it, right? Like, people just don't get that.
Yeah, but reach out to us. I mean, we understand and acknowledge, you know, it happens sometimes. Let's figure out what happened and then talk about it.
Sometimes it could be as simple as you said the wrong word, because we have certain words that are keyed that get you booted. True. Like if you use the N word or woke. Because
somebody had issues because he mentioned Dick Grayson in it, you know. No joke. That happened with one person.
I don't doubt it. There's certain words that just get triggers the bot, and the bot bounces you because of those words.
Yeah. Good morning, Smooth Approach. Good evening. Sorry about that. An eclectic is saying Dan Fraga who drew Menace. So you talking about the cover or internals there?
The cover was Liefeld, but I guess the interior
artist might have been Don Fraga.
Artist was yeah.
Did you have any other similar things you wanted to share?
Not right now, because my Method Man comic book is. I think I showed that when I got it. The Method Man.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Well, very nice. Good way to start off the show. I'm gonna have to work on my a flex visual of some sort to show.
You don't have any flexes for us this week?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, let's see. My Dennis Cowan book that came in a few weeks back, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, I guess I'll do this one. Give me a moment.
Did you get a signed one?
Yes, I got a signed one. Sure did. Well, the card. What was it? The card that came inside the book?
There's a card inside the book that he hand signed.
Yeah.
Because I have mine came in the day after Paul's.
Yeah. So give me a moment. I guess I'll do a mini flex if I can find it here.
Like this guy's got mini flexes.
It'll
probably his version of a mini flex. It's like a 9.9 rather than a 10.9.
9.9, yeah.
Well, 9.9s aren't as valuable these days because CGC is kind of just giving them away. It appears.
Too many complaints.
Angel, you're a CGC person. Have you ever found anything that was worthy of a 9.9?
Me? Oh, no. No, because the difficulty with that is even coming from the publisher, like if you could get the book directly from the distributor before it gets shipped or anything, that'll probably, and then have it packed and then taken to CGC, you could probably do like that. But because of shipping, there's always something always happens to the books. AJ, greetings.
Oh, I wonder if it's the same AJ. Are you AJ Apadu or a different AJ? I don't know. If you're AJ Ampadu, we have to talk.
Uh-oh.
What would that be?
Butchering that last name. Derek, you're taking too long, dude.
I know. I was having to go behind the scenes here.
All right. While you're doing that, let me bring up some stuff here.
Yeah, what do you got, Paul?
No, that's not it. I'll turn off the entire show if I hit that button. Don't want to do that.
Oh God, don't do that.
Let's not do that for another hour or so at least.
I'm not going to pull a Herschel.
Let me get out of here. Click.
You probably don't know that reference.
still bitter about that. So yeah, here's the books that came out this week. Talk about this right here. Imperial War Black Panther.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to my man Jonathan Hickman, who I consider to be one of the good Black Panther writers. Although he didn't have a quote unquote official Black Panther run, his Avengers run back in the day, which led to Secret Wars, Infinity, and then Secret Wars, was for all intents and purposes a Black Panther run. So he had this really cool moment where, how do I switch screens? Gosh darn it, I wish I had an engineer producer guy who could do stuff like this.
Yeah, that's funny.
How do I do this? We're so janky tonight. I apologize, everybody.
It's like one of our first shows. It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. We're very rusty, so we're knocking the cobwebs off.
It's called nostalgia.
So here's the thing. For those who aren't familiar with what the Imperial storyline is, in a nutshell, you have these intergalactic empires in the Marvel Universe. You've got the Kree, the Skrull, the Shi'ar, the Spartax Empire, which is where Star-Lord is from, and you've got the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. And they've all basically get along in kind of a UN type of fashion for the most part. there is a level of detente that exists between these empires. All of a sudden, 4 out of the 5 empires leaders are all attacked. One of them is killed, the Spartax leader king. And Wakanda is framed for the murders. So everyone's going after Wakanda. The Shi'ar ultimately attack and capture Shuri, T'Challa's sister. And she's being held by the Spartax. So there's a scene here where T'Challa's unraveling who the real culprit is, and he's talking to Gladiator of the Shi'ar and says they've kind of reached a ceasefire to try and figure out who's really behind all of this. And so T'Challa's talking to him, and he's like, I understand that you and a number of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard attacked Wakanda Prime. We engaged in battle, yes. And you took my sister prisoner, is that correct? I did. Is she being held on this ship? No, we left her in the care of the Spartax command. Care? Is that what you call it?
By the way, how is ship spelled there? I thought I saw 2 P's when I was reading through that, but
no, it's a ship and then a question mark.
A question. Oh, that was a question mark. Okay, thanks.
And he goes, at some point when this is over, I will repay your disrespect of my sister. Wakanda never forgets. Until then. This is classic Hickman, writing T'Challa with the voice. You have to understand, my man has been so poorly written over the last few years by the writer whose name I won't say. The stench of that time period still is in my mouth. And it's nice to have writers write T'Challa the way he's supposed to be written. It's kind of cool because, Gladiator's a big dude. He's powerful. He's basically Superman. And you can see the size difference between him and T'Challa. T'Challa's not backing down from the dude. He's like, I'm coming after you. But understand, I'm wondering if Hickman is being even more sly than you would think. Because what's Gladiator's one weakness? His confidence. Gladiator's superpower is based on his confidence. If he is confident he's going to win, it increases his power. T'Challa just threatened the dude who's like twice his size. I'm wondering if he's trying to, etch away at his confidence, because the end game is to take the dude out. If that's where you're going, Jonathan Hickman, you are a genius, sir. So that's one of the books I wanted to talk about, share. Is Derek still not ready? What is this guy doing? Are you getting a pizza?
It's just, yeah.
Oh, I could go for some pizza.
I hear you and everything. I'm still here. I'm just got the video off for a minute.
Oh, I say it to your face, dude. Where are you? Eclectic Birdie Nietzsche says his T'Challa definitely shined during Secret Wars. Absolutely. Would be funny if T'Challa slapped Gladiator like Mr. Terrific slapped Adam Strange's father-in-law in that Tom King book. Yeah, that'd be great. Of course, T'Challa might break his hand slapping Gladiator, but yeah. Okay. Are you ready now, Derek?
I'm ready. I had to turn off my background, so let's see how this looks. There we go.
Nobody interested in your background, man.
This is something I picked up a while back, and I think.
Why don't you show everybody that dope shirt you're wearing?
Oh yes. This is another Black Comic Lords variant shirt.
I can only see the lower half. Stand up. There you go.
Oh, that's so cool.
And this was an alley-oop from Paul, by the way. So thank you very much, Paul. It has the Black Comic Lords logo in circular logo on the back too. So very nice. Very much appreciated.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So I'm going to share something. I'll give one of these away at some point in the future. And I know a few other people, maybe Black Comic Lords, who have this as well. But it's an Omega Man bobblehead doll.
Look at that.
What?
And you can see the signature too. It is signed as well by the creator of Mega Man, Alonzo Washington.
Dude, nice. I never even knew that existed. Where'd you find that?
Oh, well, that's just a discussion we have to have later. Hopefully we'll have Alonzo on the show at some point in time, right?
The devil?
Well, that's easy.
Yeah. So I'll be giving one away at some point in time.
Am I eligible for the giveaway?
You know the answer to that, Paul.
Then I don't care.
So, yeah. And another thing. So this is something I want to share. Paul, if you know that Paul and I, as Paul's been interviewing Jeffrey Thorne, talking about X-Force #2. Several times we've talked about how X-Force #2 is a sort of a key. It's the first appearance of the Spirit. I'm sorry, the
Spirit Archive.
Yeah, the Spirit Archive, which was one of a key focus of Eyes of Wakanda. And there's a specific variant of that is a Clayton Crane version of that, the 1 in 100 cover. So Paul and I might have a few copies of this book.
Yeah, I can't find it in the stacks of comics which I haven't organized.
I mean, like multiple copies and more than the number of but the reason why I'm sharing this is because there's something that's going on that people probably should know about, and it has to do with the ratio variance. I know some things for a fact.
You about to share with? All right.
Yeah, I know some things for a fact, and then some conclusions I can draw based off of that too. So hopefully everybody knows what a ratio variant is. If a company orders X number of copies of a book, then they will be sent, like let's say a 1 in 100 ratio variant, such as this one. If a person orders or a company orders 100 copies of a book, then they get shipped a 1 in 100 ratio variant. What I've always wondered is how many are actually produced. Is it the number that equates to how many people ordered at least 100 copies, or is it one for every 100 that are actually printed, which would be more copies than the number of people ordered at least 100 copies, or is it something else? So what I've noticed in the past few months is I've seen some of these really high ratio variants that I've been kind of keeping an eye on for a long time, all of a sudden become very plentiful on eBay. And at first I thought maybe people are just, getting rid of stuff from their collection. But then I started thinking, no, I also know that Diamond is basically going out of business. And I also know that Diamond used to liquidate a lot of those ratio variants through what really large retail chain?
Yeah.
Walmart, right?
Right.
I suspected what they've been doing is they've been offering them to people, some of the bigger buyers of comics in general. So I did reach out to the person that we actually bought these from, Paul, and he confirmed for me that he bought all these extra copies from Diamond in one of Diamond's special sales. So just
from Diamond directly, like
how yeah.
So, buy comics?
Well, because you might be a distributor, right? Or you have a relationship where you can buy. And Diamond, from time to time, will put these specials out and say, "Oh, we have these leftover ratio variants, right? First come, first serve. Who wants to buy them?"
Wow.
So some of the ratio variants, are like that one. Here's another one that I've noticed has shown up as a ratio variant, and I'm pretty sure this one that I bought recently at a really low price. This one here, if you remember from right when COVID started, this book was really big, right? This is Outlawed #1. It's got Miles and Riri and
Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel on the cover. It's the Rudd version, the Rudd variant, and this one has all of a sudden become very plentiful on eBay recently, and I suspect it was the same thing that's going on. So
I need that one in my life.
Yeah. So just. Paul, I'll check to see if I have a raw copy. But the reason I'm telling you this is because some of those ratio variants that might have seemed to be hard to come by, they might be easier now. So just make sure you do your research on it, right?
Where was you just going to purchase them? Certainly not eBay.
You could go to eBay and, like, for example, the person we purchased from, you could buy one for X price, but if you bought 10, you get them for half price.
Yeah.
So just do your research and make sure you know how plentiful they are today, as opposed to what in your memory, how plentiful they might have been in the past.
Right.
Based off of how many were showing up. That's that's the point I wanted to share. So anyway, I wasn't really trying to flex, but just sharing something. But I'll share a few more things that I have picked up in the last few weeks. This one I was just keeping an eye on. It's a copy of second print of Philadelphia #1.
Bro, is that double signed?
It is double signed.
I freaking hate you, Derek.
And I think I paid less than $20 for it. It's crazy. So it's got Rodney Barnes and Jason Shawn Alexander's autograph on it.
You got a super rare second print Philadelphia #1 double signed by Rodney Barnes.
Yeah. Now, okay, it's a second print. So I know, for example, I talked to Big Phil. He's like, yeah, I don't care about second prints. I only care about first print, right? So it's like a debate between low print volume versus its second print. So it doesn't even count for anything. But I believe, and I need to go back and look, that, maybe it was, hopefully I'm not getting this mixed up with another, maybe it's less than 1,000 of these printed. But I've seen quite a few of these online too recently. So who knows?
Insane.
Yeah. So then another one. Oh, by the way, this is the same person, Paul, we picked up. So this is another 1 in 100 variant. This is the Monica Rambeau, Captain
Photon #1.
Photon #1, and this is the Still Freeze Virgin variant. And Brian Still Freeze was in our area, so I was able to get his autograph on that. And
this is not a minor flex, by the way. But continue.
But you can find this book for $25. If you want to buy 10 of them, you can get them half off, I think, if you find the right buyer on eBay. There's one guy who has these. I'm just letting you know.
To those asking if I've ever had oxtail pizza from the spot in Brooklyn, the answer is yes. I got some earlier this year.
All right, and the last thing I'll share, and I've shared this before, but there's an update about this. So this is the Brian Still Freeze sketchbook. Ooh. It is really, really hard to find. This is a copy I got about a year ago, and basically what I did is, if there's something I really want, I just set an alert on eBay. And the first thing I do when I get up every morning is I check to see if eBay has any alerts they sent me on the book. So this showed up one morning. It was $26. Buy it now. I grabbed it.
That's a steal for that book.
Yeah, it really is. So Brian Still Freeze, like I said, he was in our area. He was signing books. So I went to the signing, and I got him to sign, or he'd already signed his book. It was already signed previously, but I did get him to do a remark inside. So this was what he did.
Nice.
Right there as well.
Now that's nice.
That's a collector's item right there.
Yeah. The interesting thing was when I pulled it out, he was like, "Wow, I haven't seen many of these in a long time." So it was like bringing back memories from him too. So, by the way, he's somebody we need to make sure we can interview pretty soon. And Paul, I did get a book. I got one autographed for you, so this will be on the way for you. This is a trade with his autograph.
My man.
Yeah, and then there's your alley-oop, which I'll let you flex that one once it comes in.
I mean, but you already showed it off, so.
No, there's another.
Oh, there's another. Okay.
Yeah.
There's always one more.
Yeah.
The only reason everybody's talking about Brooklyn in the background. The only reason I go to Brooklyn is for the handball games and food. Come on, man. Brooklyn's the best of the 5 boroughs, man. All right. What was the other book I wanted to talk about? Oh, I was talking about Hickman. Right. There was another Hickman book. Well, it's not a Hickman book, but another cool moment with Black Panther and Avengers by Jed McKay. This storyline involving this Kang tribulation thing, I think, is dragged on for way too long. That I honestly forgot a lot of the stuff that was kind of culminating in this storyline at this point. I mean, it's been dragging on for what seems like 3 years now, so it's just whatever. But there was a cool moment. And I hate doing this screen stuff. I'm not good at this. Why does Derek have me doing this? All right. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Cool moment in this particular issue, which has been a culmination of like 3 years of storytelling. I'm not going to go into all the details because it's just way too complicated. The short thing is this. If you are a fan of Secret Wars, the 2015 Secret Wars storyline by Jonathan Hickman, if you know in the last issue, issue 9, T'Challa and Reed Richards had to team up to basically defeat God Emperor Doom and rebuild the Marvel 616 universe from scratch. And this particular storyline in this latest issue of Avengers 29 shows the ramifications of those actions. So I think you guys should check that out if you're a fan of Secret Wars. That was my other book I wanted to talk about. What else y'all got? Or else I'll just keep sharing books all day.
Well, I've got a thought that hit me from the interview that you did with Jeffrey Thorne.
What's that?
So first of all, for those of you who haven't seen that interview,
he dropped a lot of dimes in that interview. I don't know if people realize.
He absolutely did. So first of all, highly recommend if you want to get a little bit more of an insider's understanding of maybe how some of the decisions are made within like the MCU team, creative teams, but also how some things might seem one way, but they're actually a little bit different in terms of what's really happening. Listen to that interview because he was able to shed some light on things so that we understand how some of the decisions really made. But one of the things he mentioned was that Marvel was completely unaware of how big of a deal their Black Panther movie was going to be. How it shocked them, what the reception was, how broad it was, and how much money it was making. So it got me thinking, this was their Black Panther moment where, somebody's unaware because they don't have any of the merch ready to support all the demand that's out there, right? So it got me wondering with James Gunn and DC, is there potential for a Black Panther moment for them with Dakota Universe? Now, we all know that there's issues there that could prevent them from being able to do that even if they wanted to. But is there potential there to have something potentially as big as what happened with the Black Panther? Could that be an opportunity for a Black Panther moment with DC? So it's just a thought and a question that I put out there. Paul, I know you'd have an opinion. Sure you would too, Angel. And
is there
the chat.
A potential for them to do that with the Milestone universe?
Well, is there potential that could be a Black Panther moment where all of a sudden you bring a large number of new fans or different fans, you captivate imaginations that you never anticipated?
Absolutely. Just do a Static movie. Static is the character we've been waiting for 30 years to be on the screen.
Yep.
And the reason we know Static would be a hit is all you have to do is look no further than the Miles Morales movies by Sony. Put a team of that caliber on Static. Because a Static movie, understand, wouldn't just be Static. It'd be the introduction to the Milestone universe. Because of just the way his story is, the origin, etc. You can't do Static and not have the Milestone universe, at least in the backdrop. If they could make it an animated film, just like they did with Miles. In fact, it might be preferable to do it that way because you don't have to worry about actors aging out or what have you, because it's animated. They could do it forever for all intents and purposes. But yeah, if you ask me, do they have the potential to do a hit like that? Absolutely. Just bring Static out and you will have an entirely new fandom. Their equivalent of the Miles Morales success. I don't even know if the MCU is going to bring a live action Miles at this point because the Sony one is so damn successful.
Well, the latest news was that Sony's not letting MCU use Miles. They're going to hold Miles for themselves.
Yeah, why would they? Their films are Tell me those Miles Morales films aren't some of the best MCU films you haven't ever seen. What's the point of doing a live action version? They did him. They did it well.
Okay, here's a question, Paul. Do you trust Gunn to do static?
No.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No.
I don't even think Gunn would trust himself with that.
There's not enough animals. There's not enough animals in that universe for him to take advantage.
He don't have enough rescue pets and relatives to go in the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Just no.
At best, he might try and do Blood Syndicate so that he can, have characters like, the rat character or the dinosaur, Bubasaurus. Dog. That's right, Dog. He might do Blood Syndicate.
I can see.
We don't need to do no more movies for a while.
I don't need Gunn anywhere near the Milestone universe. I just need him to rubber stamp and green light the project for someone better suited to do it.
All right, so that was. Oh yeah, so Eclectic is he's doing most of the talking here. He said he might cast his brother as Edwin Alva.
That actually wouldn't be a bad casting. Wraith, we got a super chat.
Thanks.
Wasn't there supposed to be an animated straight to DVD on demand Milestone film plan for either this? It's a sore subject, but yes.
Yeah, they were supposed to have been.
If we go back to the DC fandom from, what was it? Is it 5 years, 3 years now? Seems more than that. It was during the pandemic when we had the DC fandom where they introduced all that Milestone stuff.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a bunch of things. A live action film, definitely static cartoon, animated film.
I love dangling that carrot.
Yeah. But then DC changed head of department and everything got wiped off the slate, including The Rock's expanded new DC universe under Black Adam.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been very cool. He was basically setting DC up. I think it would have opened a door for the Milestone universe too, because you're having a black character be the main DC guy, Black Adam.
Yeah, exactly.
Put together a multi-ethnic super team on a major motion picture mainstream, outlet. Like, he did that in one film. I think he doesn't get enough credit for that. There's only one white guy on the team.
I guess that was one too many.
So rate that 7. We want to thank you for the super chat. And since this topic was about could DC have their own Black Panther moment, let's go back to a Black Panther moment. Now Pericles is saying, hey, he did do right by Mr. Terrific.
He did. Well, it depends. People either liked Mr. Terrific or they hated Mr. Terrific. It's not really one or the other.
Yeah.
Some people found him to be somewhat of a caricature. I can't ever say that word. Caricature of a black person. It's a matter of what side of the fence you fall on that. We have
another super chat. Yes. Thanks, Anthony.
Let's go and get to Anthony Davis. Anthony, thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you. We broke. We could use the money. Speaking of Mr. Terrific, he had an issue that came out this week.
Ooh.
This fire cover, man.
Oh, that's nice. Fair play.
Fire cover. It was this cover and
who did this cover?
This one's by Greg Smallwood. My screen's frozen. I can't switch to the other cover, but this one's fire. So there was a cool moment in that book, which I wanted to share as well, if I can get to it.
Oh, hold on a second. We got Bo Big in the house too.
Bo Big
with the super chat.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much, Bo Big. We definitely appreciate it.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Thank you.
So this is from Mr. Terrific #4. This takes place in the past where Mr. Terrific's just starting his career in these flashbacks. This is where he meets Bruce Wayne, Batman. Well, they don't know who each other are. Bruce Wayne knows Michael Holt from the business world. He tried to buy his company before Holt sold it to the big bad lady. But neither one of them know that they're other secret persona. And we had had interviewed the creative team on Mr. Terrific. Al Letson, the writer, made it fundamentally clear that Mr. Terrific is not the third smartest guy in the DC universe. He thinks he's like the smartest guy in the DC universe. He's always behind Batman on that chart, right? And so he drops these little Easter eggs that kind of allude to that fact. We have here in this scene, he's talking to Batman. They're trying to figure out this big science-y thing. Bruce Wayne uncharacteristically takes off his jacket and puts on a lab coat. And Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, is like, yeah, Bruce Wayne is a smart guy. He's a lot smarter than I thought he was. I just thought he was a billionaire playboy. But he actually was teaching these Harvard types some stuff. His math was a bit wrong. So he's criticizing him like Bruce Wayne's math was off. But, it was still nice to see. And then you have this other moment. Oops, wrong book. Where Bruce Wayne's talking to Alfred in the Batcave. And he's like, Alfred's impressed. He's like, this guy's really smart. He's like, yeah, there's like fewer than 4 people on the planet that can figure out how to do this. And this is one of those guys. And so, Alfred's like, well, the Bat computer can figure this out. And Bruce Wayne's like, yeah, my Bat computer will figure this out within 12 hours or something like that. Because my Bat computers are far better than what we have at Wayne Industries, and they'll figure it out shortly. And Alfred's like, yeah, it looks like you already figured it out. Mm-hmm. So, just these little Easter eggs he's dropping about just how smart Michael Holt is and how much Bruce Wayne, Batman, underestimates how smart this guy is. So he really is the smartest guy in the DC universe. There was actually a cartoon called Batman Brave of the Bold within this episode where this bad guy's testing all the smartest people in the DC universe. And it included Batman and Mr. Terrific, Lex Luthor, etc. And at the end, Michael Holt lost and Batman, I guess, won, basically. But they're like, well, they figured out that Michael Holt actually lost so that he could allow Batman to win. That was part of his plan. And they're like, wow, that's pretty smart for the third smartest guy. And he's like, well, who do you think made the rankings? Michael Holt wants people to think he's only third so that he can surprise them. Is that Rich?
That is Rich.
Oh, snap! Oh, see, Rich in the house.
What's going on, y'all?
How's it going, Rich? Good to see you.
Hello.
Wait, why does that room that you look in look like your old room? Didn't you move?
I did.
So you made your new room look like your old room.
Did you move the portal with you? That's the question, Rich.
Yeah, I guess you could say I did. Been a minute, y'all. So, but yeah, I got everything finally moved. So we are at another spot in Texas. So yeah, that's what's up.
What part of Texas are you in now?
I'm in Houston. I mean, actually, the Houston area. Actually, I'm in Spring, which is about 35 miles from Houston.
Houston, Chocolate City.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't gonna let my wife go through that madness called Houston traffic.
Yeah.
So yeah, we on the outskirts for real.
Well, welcome, man.
A lot of people in chat welcome you back, Rich.
Your loyal fandom have missed you.
I hadn't gotten no emails, and I think one person reached out.
Email.
I think one person reached out, so But yeah, it's I've been out of pocket for a minute. The move took a lot longer than I would care to, but I had that plus school started, so I'm actually kind of out of the loop when it comes to comics and anything. I got a stack of books, about over a month's worth of comic books that I have not read that I got to catch up on. So, like I say, comics has been on the back burner for me, and to be honest, it's probably going to be like that for a minute because I'm working a lot more. So I don't know. I'm going to allow the fandom to drive. You guys want to see me pop up and do shows, fine, but right now life is got me in another focus. So, but I wanted to drop in tonight, let everybody know that I'm still breathing. And that's pretty much it, man.
You're the Ric Flair of BCL, man.
Woo!
The Ric Flair of BCL. Shout out to Smooth Approach. That's crazy, bro. No, for real though. I mean, I miss y'all, and but it's not like BCL stopped moving. I mean, you guys had some dope shows. DJ Big Phil did a show I thought was pretty cool. Actually, the Torrin Clark, was it Torrin Clark?
Yep.
Yeah, Torrin Clark.
Yeah, Torrin Clark interview that you did, Paul. I actually was able to listen to it on playback and move my collection. That was the last part of my move, was moving my collection.
That must have been a chore.
It was, but the interview with Torrin Clark was dope, and so I was able to get through 2.5 hours of moving those boxes, listening to you guys talk and listening to his artistic process. It was dope. So, but yeah,
learned
man.
a lot of things about him that I did not know.
Oh yeah,
yeah, dope guy for sure. Definitely a Brooklyn guy.
Brooklyn stand up, baby.
Definitely a Brooklyn guy, but I definitely enjoyed the interview, and BCL has been trudging along. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deron Flood and all the good folk that had Atlantic Comic Con. I know that took place last week, and I couldn't help but think about it because we were there last year, we weren't there this year, but life happens. So
would have been nice.
Dr. John, I would have been happy just to see Dr. Jennings. John was there. He did a panel, and so but I saw a lot of pictures. So shout out to all of them, for doing their thing. So, but yeah, man, life happens, and so I'm not even tripping. I got my Dennis Cowan book finally. I had to email Michael Stratford and tell him, I was like, man, look, I'm getting ready to move, bro. I was watching all these people get their books and post their books. I'm like, where's my book? I'm like, I'm one of the first to back it. I know that I got a book coming. So I was able to email him, and sure enough, a few days later, my book finally showed up. But I hadn't even been able to crack it open and read it. And look at it. Really, not even look at it. I hadn't been able to do that. That's how busy I've been. But I'm happy I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's a once in a lifetime, accomplishment. Shout out to Dennis Cowan, the GOAT, for just being the GOAT.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
Indeed. I hope you got the chance to back the Torrin Clark book too, because I think that's going to be another hot one.
Well, you know, I'll be honest, and I think the time has passed on it. I was not able to get in on that.
Yeah, I was afraid of that for you because I know you were so busy, you weren't really sort of plugged
in. I was literally out of pocket in every sense of the word. My wife and I have been married 10 years, and that's 10 years of stuff. And I'll just share this quick with y'all. We'll get back to the show. I don't want to be a distraction, but
there's 13 hours left, Rich, if you do want to Torrin Clark book.
Yeah, but my wife and I, when we finally made the decision to move, it was not an easy decision. It was not an easy decision at all. It was one of the hardest things that I had to do, for good reasons, of course. But it was hard because our life was in Fort Worth, and so when we decided to move, whatever, right, started getting quotes because I ain't no spring chicken. Moving that stuff was for the birds, but I was getting these $6,000, $7,000 quotes. I was like, bruh, how much that 26-footer U-Haul? And my wife and I, shout out to her, that's my soldier. It took us 3 trips to move everything.
Wow.
3 trips. And I'm out, and because we did a light move, and then we had some movers or some loaders to come help us. And then the last trip, it was just me and her. Every piece, every plant, every box. That was brutal. But, we got it done, man. And, so now we can get to the business of why we're here. I did get a chance to go by Gulf Coast Cosmos. I wanted my brother to know, shout out to Byron Kennedy. I wanted him to know that I'm local now, and anything that he want to do in terms
How close
of
is he to you? Say
again?
How close is that store to you now?
It's not close. It's about another, give it, if I go when there's no traffic, it's like 30 minutes.
Okay. Mostly
it'd be like 45 minutes or whatever. But so it's not too far. But but I did go by the shop and I talked to him for a bit. I just told him, I said, whatever you need us from Black Comic Lords, I'm there. In fact, that's where I got my Ancestral Reality book. I bought it from his shop. I know you got an interview with him tomorrow night, right? Ancestral Recall, I'm sorry. I haven't read that, didn't know nothing about it, just happened to see it in his shop. So I spent a little bread when I was there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
do you know if he does he do deliveries? Does he sell books?
I'm not sure. I think he does. But I'm not sure. We didn't get a chance to talk because I'm gonna definitely get a pull list while I'm there. And that's the one thing about here that I don't like with it. And it's nothing against the shops. Byron's shop is going to get the lion's share of my bread as far as Houston goes.
Yeah.
But the Houston shops are just not as good as the shops in the DFW area.
Right.
That's just being honest. Shout out to Frustrators. Said, bro, you could have put up the BCL signal. We would all been there to help you move. I'm sure y'all would. Y'all would have helped yourself to my books. But
I just flew off the back of the truck, Rich. What are you talking about?
Well, that part. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's weird too, man. When I moved my collection was completely separate. I keep my collection in the storage unit, and so when I was telling the lady that I was moving out, you know what I'm saying, I made sure I did everything, cleaned it out, so they had to go back and do all that other stuff. But I was telling her, I said, well, why are you leaving us? And I was like, well, I'm relocating. And so she was like, really? How are we going to miss you? Because I was at that storage unit place, I think like 3-4 years, because I just won't use my house space for my books. It's just, they get in the way. My wife asks too many questions. And it's already an addictive habit, So I keep my collection off-site. Yeah. So, yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's good to be out, see y'all tonight for real.
Man, we appreciate you being here, man. I didn't expect you to be here. I thought you were still on your thing, your sabbatical.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a sabbatical. That was that was a Derek special. I'm gonna be out the country, and I ain't coming. I'll holler at you when I get back. That's what that was. That was not a sabbatical. I wish it was a sabbatical.
Case, like, depending on the mission, I may or may not be back. I love y'all.
Yeah, yeah. But it was cool though. I had to do it though, and then like I say, school started. That was the other part. In the middle of moving, I still had to find time to, register for classes, pay for classes, pay for books, get started with that, and so it really just wasn't no time for comics, anything like it, and I checked out some podcasts and things, around that's going on or whatever. So I haven't been completely out the loop, but as far as like looking at books, I went to my comic book shop, picked up my last pull, and I told the guys, like, I don't really think, because he wanted me to do mail order stuff. But my issue with that was, the independent stuff that we talk about and we like or whatever, he couldn't put me up on whether or not stuff was going to be available. He generally would buy a couple of copies of a book and see if there's somebody has interest. And I was one of those guys that would always pick up the AWA shot books and things of that nature, the independent stuff, the real small independent, Advent, matter of fact, Concrete. He kind of specialized in the small independent stuff. And so, with me doing a pull on a mail order, I wasn't going to have that same access. So it really didn't make any sense. So I'm going to have to find another shop. But like I say, I'll probably get a pull from Byron. But I'm pretty sure I'll probably have a shop close to me that I can just go pick up books on a week-to-week basis. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Derek's trips are classified missions. Shh. Not allowed to talk about that. I don't put the man's business out there. We're just happy you made it back, man.
Appreciate it.
Salute real. To Derek.
Frustrated says it's hard to find and get now, especially with Diamond's issue. Yeah, Diamond in trouble, y'all. I mean, the previews books that we used to get, we're not going to get those anymore. I think it's digital now. I think you have to have a digital thing. So, but people owe Diamond money. That's the other part. People owe Diamond money. The comic book industry is not as healthy as some people like y'all to believe. It's one of the reasons why Diamond went bankrupt.
Yeah,
yep.
People owe Diamond money, and
where
while
the
Diamond
of that power is opportunity for others.
Yeah.
Lunar has stepped
no
up.
doubt.
I think there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of independent creators to now get with some of these smaller publishers. They're reaching out to the smaller publishers. Great opportunity for you to get your books out on shelves of stores. I really hope a lot of independent creators take advantage of this opportunities they have right now. Great opportunity to put your books nationally instead of just in your little local region or online.
Right.
Getting them in the stores is critical to your long-term success.
But the problem with that, though, Paul, is that it goes back to the buyers.
Yeah,
you got to buy the books. I mean, it's like the the marketing system when it comes to comics, or should I say, Western comics, is so antiquated. In terms of you got to have a pull list, you got to have 30 days or 90 days in advance, all of this stuff. And it's like, the crowdfunding, the Kickstarter stuff is in my opinion, is what's keeping comics in general, not just the Marvel and DC stuff, but it's keeping it afloat. It's keeping people with interest, right? I like Manifesto. He says, I'm going to have to transition to trades at some point. And, because the floppies, as much as us older collectors like them or whatever, right? They're not practical long term.
They're not at all.
And I learned that by somebody asked me in the chat a while ago how many thick cubes too. He said, how many pull boxes do each of you have? I have about 135 short boxes. So it's roughly about 15,000 comics. Paul probably has 30,000, 40,000. And
it's not inaccurate, actually.
So, and you think about that, because I'm gonna be honest, when I was moving my collection, and we don't want to be morbid, but when you go, those books are still here. And if you don't have anybody that has interest in them that you can donate or gift, pass down, that's an albatross for your family.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just long term, bro. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Not only is Derek's amount classified, it's in a bunker. So good luck finding it.
Man, this
and even if you do find it, the electricity is probably gonna go out, so you have to look at it in the dark, right, Paul?
More elaborate.
Derek's stuff is like Al Capone's vault, man. Derek will pass someday, and 100 years from now, somebody like, we found this vault in this mountain in North Carolina. And we don't know what's in there, but it's.
I will tell you. I'll give you a hint, Paul. I'll give you a hint. Well, just look for the pole that has the little solar panel on it.
That's the power of the alarm system.
And say he got power. He's just underground. He can't get to him.
I want to take a moment because I noticed a few faces that at least look new to me. I see Boris Delane, and he's saying he's turning kids and parents on to Black comics through a Cub Scout pack.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's what we like to hear.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us. Thanks for being here. And then I also noticed Ryan Bunn. I'm enjoying Mr. Terrific miniseries. So
yeah, Mr. Terrific miniseries. I had one other series I wanted to talk about. I won't talk about any other books. And that is, let me tell you, my man Cody Ziegler does not get enough respect for what he's doing over on Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is Marvel's like blackest book. Just I give him that. Storm is a very close second, but she's only had 11 issues so far. I mean, he's on issue 37. And Cody Ziegler addressing Miles's biggest criticism, which is he's just another version of Peter Parker, a black version of Peter Parker. He doesn't have his own rogues gallery. They're just always these. When he initially premiered, they were just making different versions of Peter's rogues gallery, which is silly and uncreative. Cody is giving him his own world of characters that surround him that have nothing to do with Peter Parker whatsoever. Brand new characters. And most of those characters are characters of color. He's doing it intentionally, prolifically, and people just aren't giving him enough props for that. This is his latest creation. When we talked to Torrin Clark last week, he was telling us that this is actually his design that he was very proud of. This character, a new character called Inari, who's Blasian. She's black and Japanese. She's kind of like a Black Cat analog. She's not a hero. She's not really a villain. She's more of a thief. So anti-hero, I guess, is what they call it or what have you. She controls these foxes. She manipulates light creatures and can make light weapons, kind of like Dagger is how he described it. And these little foxes that she creates, she can actually control them. They're semi-sentient and they help steal stuff for her. So really dope new character. This is the design variant that he did. And just, shout out to these guys. The other thing on the interior of the book is, look at this. first of all, they got a new artist on this book, a new Italian artist, and he's actually very good. But he gave Miles his own suit. He still has his Wakandan suit, so I appreciate that. But I love the fact that Miles is mentoring under Misty Knight, a character who doesn't have any titles that she's in at all right now at Marvel, except for this one. Misty is this is Black mentorship. You have Marvel's first Black superheroine mentoring Marvel's most popular Black superhero character, I guess at this point, young character, Miles Morales. And she's teaching him the ropes about being a detective, being a hero. And it's cool. It's cool to see that aspect of their relationship. And it's been going on for a while now, this entire run. And here's the introduction of Inari. There's this other character, he's called White Cat, I think, something like that. White Cat, yeah, White Cat, who I believe this isn't his first appearance. I think they said he appeared in New Champions. I don't remember him in New Champions. I'll have to reread that series. But just shout out to Cody Ziegler for doing the damn thing. It was a cool story too.
A few comments about this. Frustrated, sad part is he won't get any ownership for all the new characters he's creating.
He's not, but he is doing it so prolifically that those creations won't go away. Like, that's now, Miles is a very popular character. He's the most recognizable, one of the most recognizable Black characters in Marvel Comics, third behind T'Challa and Aurora. And this has been a long going series. He is building out Miles's universe, which is more important than anything else. And these are characters. Well, I was going to say these are characters that could eventually show up in the Sony movies, but I don't think contractually that will ever happen. But yeah,
why not? They're part of Spider-Man universe, right?
Yeah, but I think Sony's deal is
only
based
pre-existing
on,
ones.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just these existing characters that they already had.
I
Otherwise,
think,
they're going to make up their own characters.
I think that Marvel can use some of the Sony characters, but I think they can only use like 30 minutes. I think when it turns to they visual or their movies or cartoons, or whatever.
Yeah, they've got some weird contract.
Yeah, they got a weird deal. But I'm gonna be honest. If I was Sony, Marvel never getting back to Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
never, not 100%. I would bleed them dry. I mean, because again, it's when Marvel sold the rights to Sony or whatever, Marvel was in need of money, and that's why I say the industry it's been in trouble for a while. But that was one of the glaring things. This is why we got a bunch of Fox X-Men movies and that kind of stuff. Marvel had to make some money, so they couldn't make any money on their own. Disney hadn't bought them at that time, so when Marvel was treading water, or whatever, hey, you guys want you guys want Spider-Man? Sure, we'll take Spider-Man off your hand. And now Spider-Man's multi-billion-dollar franchise for Sony, and I made I laugh at Sony because when you watch the Spider-Verse movies or whatever, I mean, Sony lets you know that you are watching a Sony movie, not a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
They let you know this is a Sony movie. So it is what it is. And we got word just recently that they have finally started back doing the work toward finishing the movie.
Needed.
Yeah. So, there's that, what I'm saying? But Miles is has proven to have staying power. I think Cody Ziegler, I think Ahmad Saladin was solid, but I think Cody Ziegler has definitely given him a better look as a character. And I think that some of the stuff that he's doing, it's going to be around for a while. I don't know how long Ziegler is going to be on the book. They like to reset. Miles, and don't nothing drive Marvel than a #1 book. But he's been doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, how of all the power sets that he got, you know what I'm saying? He's dangerously close to being OP. Because he's got all kind of he's got more weapons than Batman at this point.
Yeah, he actually demonstrated some new powers here where he used his spidey senses to sense a body through a floor to sense where that body was.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't seen him do that before.
That's crazy. But I mean, but if you in that toy box, shout out to Cody Ziegler. If you in that toy box, that's what you do. You know what? We're gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. And until Marvel say different, I'm gonna continue to give him powers and give him, different looks and stories. I mean, like the God War story arc was pretty entertaining.
Oh man.
So
that was crazy, that God War storyline.
Yeah. And I will say that was one of my biggest issues with Miles was that he didn't have a story that really stood out. You know what I'm saying? His own story, so to speak. And he has it with this God War story with Anansi being a part, which is an extended version of what came out of Blood Hunt. And, so it's pretty cool, man. Miles is in a good spot.
Cody Ziegler brought the Orishas up again and really expanded and showed that the Orishas on the same level as many of the other pantheon of gods in the Marvel universe. Introduced Baloo, sort of the head god, the their version of Zeus, I guess, for all intents and purposes. He just did a lot of crazy stuff in that God War storyline. It was kind of cool.
Talking about the powers, you see Frustrated's comment here.
They should do with Miles' suits magnify different power of his. Yeah. I mean, they kind of did that a bit with the Wakandan suit he has on now. It was regulating his power when he became a vampire, helped him to control his venom blast and use it to sort of help heal himself. He now takes his venom blast and makes it and manifests it into a sword, which is cool. Cody Ziegler's done a lot of stuff with his powers. He's for all intents and purposes more powerful than Peter Parker.
You just wait. The next evolution, Paul, of Miles Morales is going to be, his prep time. I'm telling you, they making him Batman, bro. I mean, he doesn't have the strength of, say, Peter Parker.
No, not yet.
But if he gets to that level, or they make him that strong, bruh, y'all can forget it.
He just lacks Peter's experience.
Yep.
But
the question is, will they allow him to grow up, or will they allow him to take on a? He's considered a young man, but will they grow him up? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you can recycle him, but and shout out to Angel, because I know she's team Peter Parker.
I am.
But will they allow him to grow and mature? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Because right now he's still in high school, that kind of thing. He's been around 10 years. Will they retard his growth and try to, rehash and tell new stories that way? Or will they let him become an adult, a full-fledged adult, maybe with his own team and doing his own thing,
Well, Marvel years are 5 of our years is one Marvel year, generally speaking. So if he's been around for 10 years, he's been around the Marvel Universe like 2.
How does that make a dog in the Marvel Universe? That's the real question. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I know I hadn't been here a while, but Eclectic Blurred Nietzsche made some statement, says they aged up Franklin Richards, so Miles got to grow up too. I wanted to talk. Have you guys talked about the Fantastic Four movie at all?
Did we?
I don't remember.
I don't recall seeing you guys talk about it.
I think.
I mean, I went to see it. I don't remember talking.
What? Angel, you saw it?
I did see it.
Wow.
Angel be having things to do. It'd be premiere weekend. Hey, are you gonna see it, Angel? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Spoil it. Angel, it's been out for 3 weeks. Yeah, but don't spoil the movie for me.
I mean, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I want to bring it up was because of what Eclectic brought up in terms of Franklin Richards. You finally got a quality Fantastic Four movie. I would say that I wouldn't say it's the best Fantastic movie or the best Fantastic Four we've seen on screen, but it's definitely solid. But what I loved about the movie was the fact that you got this family origin story, almost so to speak. And I couldn't help but think about your guy, T'Challa, and Storm, of course. And I'm like, it took Marvel close to 2 decades, or a decade and a half, I would say, to bring that to screen, right? So, and it was a wholesome family movie. You know what I'm saying? And it was very, very inspirational. So I'm asking myself, why can't we get something like this in regards to a Black superhero, love, family, or something?
That's not
That's all I can think about. All I can think about, even with Franklin, when him showing up, this baby that represents the future, most powerful mutant, you know, I just couldn't help but think to myself, wow, that should be, you know, that should be.
I gotta put on my Herschel hat. We technically did. Robert Townsend did a superhero family movie called, what was it, Thundermans or something like that? Do you remember that?
Oh,
it's okay if you don't remember it. That's my point. But he did do a superhero family movie. But it was a comedy, so nobody takes it seriously. Kind of like Meteor Man.
I mean, you know, the thing is, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But this is Marvel's like first family.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it's a bittersweet pill for, I think, for Black comic fans, simply put, that, you know, hey, all of this Marvel stuff started with this group, this book, these characters. T'Challa first appearances in Fantastic Four 52. I mean, the connection to, you know, all of these connections that make it, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, make it it's more why not than a why. You know what I'm saying? Why not have a Black superhero family?
Because
why not?
Of the agenda. The agenda never went anywhere. Like, it's almost like we have a bait and switch where we forget that these structures still exist and they're still functional by 100%. They're still redlining. They're still ostracizing by color. And then they even get into deeper with complexion. And then they get into deeper with language. Like, for the simple fact, if we use the word ask and axe, there's no wrong way to use that word. They both are valid, but because given at the time period when the Black people here were learning English, and you had the servants, you know, teaching the slaves English, and they use axe when they were referring to a question, then somehow years later, then it's considered bad English. There's no such thing. English is a hodgepodge of like 50 different languages. There's no such thing as bad English.
American English, yeah.
American English.
Well,
So
I mean, I get that. I get that. But my thing
the
is,
agenda is still alive and well. Period.
I get the agenda angle. I really do. I'm it's rich. I'm black pill. I know why they don't do what they do, and so but I'm just asking questions, offering commentary, because again, it's kind of like, okay, we don't get that from Marvel. We don't certainly get that from DC. Frustrated brings up, Jefferson Pierce. That's a black family that you can look at or whatever. But Jefferson Pierce that Black Lightning does not get the same respect or the same looks as Black Panther. It is what it is. Now, I will say this: we're all black collectors here. We're black folks, right? We all buy black books. All right. So somebody name me a black superhero family or a black family in a black comic book.
The Evols.
Those are villains. That's not a hero.
You didn't specify heroes. You said a black family in comics.
Okay, you're right. The Evols is the only one. Now the question is, hold up, don't say nothing, Paul. Don't say nothing. But somebody tell me, we're gonna ask the chat. Who are the Evols? Don't say nothing else. Who are the Evols? Come on, you black comic lords.
How smart our black comic lords watching are.
They're villains.
Give y'all a hint.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's one.
It took them long enough. Shout out to Bo Big. What up, bro? The antagonist. Now, Jonathan brings up the foxes. Yeah, but we know yeah. Shout out to Jace Fox. We'll probably never ever see him in the comic book again.
I know it's trash.
I do not
How about the Bachian?
Happening with the Fox family, specifically the father, Lucius Fox, who was always presented as an honorable man.
Mm-hmm.
And as it turns out, he was a philandering, not nice guy.
Come on. We're not here to judge, Paul.
The comic book, black comic lords. Of course, we're judging the comics.
How about the Bachian family? I guess they were only in.
Oh snap! Derek with the alley-oop. Yeah.
I mean the Bachian, but we had not seen the Bachian family
since then.
Since Infinity
Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet. We hadn't seen them.
That's a sore subject, man.
Mm-hmm.
So even the dog had powers. But we, and again, superhero families and black love and that kind of thing. We say we want it, right? And I'm asking for independent artists or creators to give us that. And if they give it to us, the question is, are we going to buy it?
Are we going?
Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, and I know that Toshoro, I know that's your couple, Paul, but at this point, give me a black family and tell a superhero story. It don't have to have Marvel on it. You don't even have to be DC. I would just like for someone to write a story about relationships, about love, about struggle, about family. Just
John Jennings kind of started that, but he in his 5 Ghostlight books.
Well, you see, shout out to characters we probably never ever see again.
Right.
Right. Ghostlight. It was a great book. I'm gonna be honest. Excellent. I think the main of all the characters that we've talked about or whatever, I do think that the mainstream slept on that book. I think that book will I think how can I put this? The dominant culture. I'm being you don't have to use the disclaimer tonight, Derek. The dominant culture.
Here we go.
We'll catch
it's so
up.
Nice to have Rich back that we can throw in disclaimers again.
will catch up later on. Somebody's going to probably, and I hate to say it, but it's probably going to be someone that's melanated, challenged. It's going to pull that character out of obscurity. And folk going to be like, oh, this character's dope. Where he been? He been always here.
Right.
So, I mean, the fact that John Jennings was able to go back and pull Al Harper out of obscurity and give him a dope story to go along with it.
An original Stan Lee creation.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I just want to take a minute just to hit some of the comments and the question. We've got a manifesto saying Black Lightning family. Black Granite, thanks for joining. Good to see you here. There's a miniseries from Marvel Comics that featured a Black family. Actually, wife was a part of the Nova Corps. So that was the Bakian family that we were talking about. Infinity Gauntlet Volume 2. Eclectic.
Sanford Green is in the building.
Yes. Sanford Green. I think that was his response to your talking about the dog in Nova Corps, or the dog having superpowers. Eclectic would have been dope to see them in 616. Agree. Let's see. The Wilders was a stable Black family, but villainous.
The Wilders?
Who? I'm trying to remember who they were.
The who?
Tell us more. The Wilders. Tell us more, Eclectic.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Frustrated, saying we did back a Kickstarter that should change that.
Runaways.
But there was, again, to Rich's point, villains.
Yep.
Oh, now Sanford Green talks about the Sangria family. Oh, well, look.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you know what? See, now I kind of feel like he's trolling.
You put it out there. You asked the question, Rich.
You asked the question, he answered.
Is that a Black family? And multiple generations of that, Rich. Come on now.
I am a Sanford Green stan, and that's why I'm going to be nice and say, you know what? You're right, Sanford. That's a dope family, and look, and it's a generational family. I couldn't ask for nothing more, but I just know that we need more of that. We need more of that, and that's from an independent. Could that come from Marvel or DC? That's the question, because we haven't gotten it from them. So,
but why would we expect it? Why would we expect it to come from Marvel?
That's why I take the black pill, Derek. That's why I take the black pill.
What's the economic value in that? Unless it's going to give them a Black Panther moment, as we talked about earlier.
Kevin Pitts brings up the Joneses. Yeah, the Joneses. That was a limited series. It was like 5 issues. We'll probably never ever see them again either, unfortunately.
Okay. Concrete Comics, Deja Vu. Malcolm Crown and his wife Melanie Crown.
You know what, Paul? I'm gonna need you to throw up the bat signal and talk to your mans, Patrick and
Brian Hawkins.
Brian Hawkins, because Black Cotton was pretty gangster.
I love it. I love it.
They should. I don't know why it stopped. They clearly were going somewhere. And Angel, I gotta say, you talk about the agenda. Yeah, that's all. Because that book that book colored outside the lines.
It made every truth abundantly clear. I love that. I love that whole run. That was good. It was really good.
One of our podcast. Did we talk about the new Rodney Barnes series coming?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. Shout out to Rodney Barnes. I love you, bro. You know that, but you know my Philadelphia. I'm. Where's my Philadelphia, man?
So is it being rebooted? Is it being rebooted? Is
I'm
that
not sure. I'm not sure. I
No,
think
he has a new horror series coming out.
yeah, he has a new horror series that he's doing, and I think Philadelphia is done. He's not gonna say it though, and I don't want him to say it because y'all gonna probably hear me scream from somewhere else.
I thought I read that there's some sort of a reboot coming in for Philadelphia. Maybe I missed.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping that it is. I mean, you know, I wish we could get another volume of Nita Hollis, but Rodney's getting so much bread right now. You know, he's forgetting about us little folk. Now I know you got his ear, Angel.
What? I just seen him a couple of weeks ago.
I know you got his ear, Angel.
Man, I don't get in nobody's business.
It's all
Okay.
Angel's fault.
Right? Let's say run fool. That podcast it blew up for him. I mean, he's doing his thing with that.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's on top of the world right now for sure.
Yeah, I'm actually happy for the brother. Real talk. I'm definitely gonna check out the book when it does drop. Maybe we can get him on the channel to talk about it when it gets ready to quote.
Frustrated Fan says Kerpow is good too. That was a series that nobody got. Literally, no one bought that series.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. See, you got certain comic book companies that put out dope stuff, but nobody. And I don't know if that's their promo deal or what. But Scout Comics has had some good IP come through their shop.
They have.
Well, Black Cotton's on Scout.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, Kerpow, I never even.
Scout's right here in Florida too.
Yeah, it is homegrown.
Okay. Here's something from Jay. Rodney's going to continue Philadelphia. He assured me at the convention.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I didn't even ask him.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I need to find out what's going on with Seesaw. I need to find out what's happening with Mama Waldy, you know what I'm saying?
I think Rodney's got to focus on finishing his movie deals for Philadelphia or television deals before he starts investing on and adding to
I get it, man. But you can't, man, look. Philadelphia, I've recommended that book to anybody. And I have not had one person come back to me and say, you know what, that was whack.
Nobody is.
Nobody. I remember when we told Jeffrey Thorne, I was like, bro, you need to go get that. You tripping. And Jeff was like, man, you was right. I'm like, I'm just saying, when I first started reading Philadelphia, I was like, this is different. This is going somewhere. And sure enough, that book took off. And shout out to Black Comic Lords. We got a little sense. We ain't got but 2 cents. We got a little sense. Matter of fact, what a super chat said, you know.
we had a few before you joined, but
I know.
We welcome more.
We need more. We need more.
We'd like to throw the collection plate around the congregation, please.
Yeah.
Okay. 100 says, last time I asked him, he said 3 words to me: book or live action. That's not an answer. That's, you know.
That is an answer. That's the answer I gave, which is gotta shop it around, get the deal in place before you add to the IP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, as long as WB don't get a hold of it, I'm good. If WB gets it, I go to Rodney myself. Like, bro, I got an iPhone and a microphone. We'll film it right here.
Right.
Let's not
I'll fly to Philadelphia. I'll find a way. I get DJ Phil to try to find Freeway and Benny Siegel, and they can guess Pierce. We not, if the WB get a hold of Philadelphia, I believe in Black Comic Lords. No.
Oh boy.
No. No. Long as he don't go to WB, I'm good. Ugh.
What about Tubi?
Oh man, I don't know
Yeah,
about
you know
that.
what?
I think
Rodney
that's
got some bread. Rodney got some bread. Shout out to Tubi. Tubi is a channel that I gotta say I've watched some quality stuff on Tubi. Everything on Tubi is not good, but they be having diamonds in the rough.
They do. They do. If you watch enough of it, you'll find eventually some diamonds in the rough. It's where a lot of up and coming independent creators can get their stuff out nationally, internationally, is on Tubi.
Yeah.
So you just gotta look for it.
Either that, or he can, I'd rather him before he go to the WB. I'd send him to Nollywood to give me a couple of Nigerians, and then get ready to bite your body and say, "Hey!"
Oh my goodness!
Frustrated. Why do you say it can only be HBO or Stars?
That's probably to make it raw as possible. I'm guessing.
They could also put on Amazon. I mean, Amazon's doing The Boys.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, Amazon don't.
Apple TV is an option.
Man, oh man. Anyway, shout out to Rodney Barnes.
So this all started, I think, with a conversation about Fantastic Four. I don't know if you ever finished.
Yes. But no, I was just saying that it was a dope movie. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was as good as Superman, but I did enjoy it.
That was my next question. Which of the two, which did you prefer?
Superman, simply because I'm a Superman guy. I mean, don't get it twisted. I definitely enjoyed the movie. It's hard to take Galactus serious with that big old helmet on his head or whatever. It's just hard to take him serious, But I mean, I like the character though. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that I am excited for Doomsday because of how they ended the Fantastic Four movie and the end credit scene.
Yeah,
with Dr. Doom talking to Franklin.
Yeah, that was fun.
Right.
That was a fun post credit.
Yep. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We're supposed to get the matter of fact, I don't know if it's tomorrow or today. Did you guys get an update as to who else is going to be in the Doomsday movie? Didn't Marvel supposed to put that out today? I thought it's the 27th.
I didn't hear anything.
The girl from Stranger Things is supposed to be like Gwen Stacy, right?
Is that the rumor?
That's the rumor. She's playing Gwen Stacy.
Sadie Sink.
I think the infighting on the set is more what people are talking about. They're trying to figure out who are the two big actors that are fighting amongst themselves.
Okay.
They're saying
that type of money on the line. What you got to fight about?
Well, one is insulting the other, and they're wanting the director to cut the other scene. So it's rumored. Nobody knows for sure. Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds are fighting on the set. So
is that real news, or is that kind of?
It's just
manufactured.
It's made up. I mean, obviously there was some arguing on the set. There's always arguing on the set. That's not unusual. But when it's rumored to be the big two names, it's like, well, what would they do about it? Would they cut scenes? Would they record? Film it with them separate and then 3G or CGI it in? We don't know. It'll come out later, but for now, people are camping out.
Hype they're trying to build.
Yeah, maybe.
For the film. Apparently, Rendell's pissed off RDJ.
I mean, those are the two biggest guys who have contributed, or well,
Mm-hmm.
the two living.
No, RDJ is the biggest contributor.
Yeah, well, yes, he is bigger. However, it was Ryan Reynolds that infused a dead Marvel MCU with some new life with his Deadpool and Wolverine film. I mean, he basically kickstarted the next phase of the MCU for Marvel.
That was funny. They called him Marvel Jesus.
Dude, I mean, he took all these throwaway semi MCU characters, put them in his film, and made one of the dopest MCU films we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Brought Blade back. And nobody thought that was going to happen. Brought Wesley Snipes back. Brought Elektra back and made her cooler than she was when she did her own movie.
Right, that's true.
And what's so funny to me was that the Blade Marvel thing was really that's the biggest troll move Marvel or Ryan Reynolds could have ever did.
Only be one
because Marvel's literally struggling to make the Blade film, and this thing goes deep than we're willing to talk about, I think, sometimes, because you got to remember that the last Blade movie was Blade 3 Trinity, which was Ryan Reynolds was in it.
Yes,
right?
he was.
And the word was that Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds didn't get along, but that was overly exaggerated. It was Wesley Snipes and Dave Goyer.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that the Blade 3 was whack. It was not good at all. But here's this dope franchise that started the MCU.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. It was Wesley Snipes, aka Nino Brown, that helped start the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Message.
Facts all day.
And he creates or he reintroduces this character that had been on the shelf for decades. Nobody cared about Blade before the Blade movie.
Right.
He literally gave Marvel its startup money. He has this phenomenal success, right? And Reynolds is a part of it. He gets his action film start in this particular franchise, right?
Yeah.
He comes back later on as he plays a whack Hal Jordan and Green Lantern, and the nerds forgave him.
And moreover, he also played a whack Wade Wilson in that Wolverine movie.
But they forgave him, and he comes back with Deadpool, and it is a smash. So much so that Ryan Reynolds is now he's telling Marvel what he's gonna do.
Right.
Right.
So what does he do? The biggest middle finger he can. He goes and gets Snipes off the shelf. Wesley Snipes is in his 60s.
Yeah.
He's in his 60s. To play Blade. You Feige marched Mahershala Ali out there on that stage doing that Comic-Con, introducing everybody to the new Blade. And what was that, 2019?
Yep.
This is the new Blade, y'all. And all of a sudden, you got 5, 10, 15, 20 rappers, a podcaster trying to write a script. King Nut Up.
And Ryan Reynolds does it in 5 minutes and does it better than what Marvel was working on.
Yeah. So it was
made
a
comic accurate gambit with the guy that's been trying to play him for 20 years.
Yes.
Crazy. And
he did such a good job, Channing Tatum.
Oh, we gonna make a name for ourselves here.
Yes, he did good. He did good.
You know what? I'm gonna go back and watch. I'm gonna go watch X-Men '97 just to see Gambit.
So we need to answer Jabari Muhammad's question.
What was that?
Y'all honestly think Deadpool and Wolverine was a good movie? Yeah. It was entertaining as hell.
If you are easily amused, and I am,
I am.
Watching two white dudes fight in a minivan.
Oh man, that was everything. Okay,
I laughed myself sore, laughing at them idiots in a minivan. I mean, because it was violent, and listen. You have to be a little immature to enjoy. I got you. You got to be a little immature to enjoy that kind of comedy. So listen, that great popcorn movie. That's all I can say. Am I looking for something
even
deep?
just the opening scene with oh man, no, it was great. It was comedy through the whole thing.
I have seen that movie multiple times.
Yes, so have I. I love it.
Fast forward to when Deadpool goes into the other world and the other heroes pop up. That's like,
hey,
as Rich said, it is a great popcorn film. Sometimes people, our society, sometimes we just overanalyze these films and nitpick at everything, and it's like, you know, sometimes a film can just be a popcorn film, man. You just go to have a good time. Don't overthink it. It's not a complicated storyline. We got transported to this other world where there's a big bad. The big bad's trying to come to our world. We got to stop the big bad.
Right.
It's not that complicated. It's a comic book story.
You know, and again, I mean, but you got to give yourself permission to do that, because there are people in our fandom, unfortunately, who feel like if you go see a movie, it's traitorous.
Oh my God, that's too much.
If you go see this film, you don't care about this, that, and the third. I tell anybody, you know, and no one can tell you how to spend your money.
Exactly.
No one can tell you how to enjoy your fandom. We can make suggestions. We can give you unsolicited advice, but none of us have a right to tell you that you should go see this or you shouldn't go see that or whatever. I'm not fighting and lip wrestling with anybody over whether or not they want to go see a film. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. I just do not care that much about it like that. I like to go to a movie theater for just a simple excuse to just eat some popcorn, laugh, cry, get mad or whatever, because that's what entertainment is for. I don't care about this, that, and the third. Some days, Angel, I have to leave the agenda alone. I have to go to the movie. I have to go to the movie. I know I'm going to see some stuff that ain't right. I know I'm going to see some stuff that might piss me off. I know I'm going to see some stuff that I cannot believe it. But listen, I just paid $20 for this ticket.
You're right.
I'm not going in this theater angry.
I agree.
Listen, I did one sacrifice. I refused to do it again, and that was to go see Wakanda Forever. I will not go to see a funeral at a movie ever again.
See, I went opening night, and I even had my Wakanda shirt on.
And yeah, and so I'm like, okay, it's cool, it's fine. We'll trauma bond for 2.5 hours if that's what y'all want to do.
But I went to go see the movie, and I wore my Save T'Challa T-shirt.
Okay,
it didn't work, Paul. It just didn't work.
All right, another comment from the chat. So James, a while back, in talking about Fantastic Four, said the only thing that bothered me was Pedro Pascal. I never saw Reed Richards, just Pedro.
That's true.
Oh.
Well, listen, I don't think. I mean, the guy that played, in my opinion, the guy who played Reed Richards in the
John Krasinski.
The guy who played Reed Richards in the what's the movie? The Multiverse of Madness. That to me, that was the Reed Richards they should have went with. I was okay with Pedro.
Yeah.
I was okay with Pedro. He didn't do a lot of super fantastic stuff. Pedro was a whining brat. in this film. How can you be the smartest man in the world and be moody?
I think
he needed a therapist.
I mean, it's not even 616 though. So
I know. And to me, Sue Riches was the superstar of this film.
Yeah, she was.
Definitely. No, Sue Storm. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Sue Storm.
Yeah.
I thought the way they depicted her powers was pretty cool. I like the fact that they showed special effects wise that it bent light around it. I thought that was a cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I definitely enjoyed the Thing. You know, they didn't make him an overbearing character, even though that's who he is in the comics. I kind of like his portrayal. He was real laid back.
I wish they'd had a different voice for him, though. Is my only criticism on the Thing. I always thought the Thing had a
gravel-like voice.
Yeah, a little bit more rougher voice.
Raspy. Little raspy.
Because he's supposed to have rocks in his mouth, right?
Pause.
Oh, what Fast Willie Jackson is talking about, there's something to that, though. I mean, there's only so much Pedro Pascal or anybody that you can have.
You have a guy whose entire career is built on being America's favorite dad. Think about it.
Well,
Bill Cosby?
No, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Last of Us, he's playing a dad. Fantastic Four, he's playing a dad. What's the other franchise he's in?
Game of Thrones.
No, not Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There was another.
He was in Wonder Woman, but he wasn't a dad in that one.
No.
What's the other thing Pedro Pascal does where he's playing a dad?
I think that I don't know.
I mean, The Last of Us was.
And he left that show to do the
Come
movie.
on, Chad, help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian, thank you. Mandalorian playing a dad.
Mandalorian. Yep.
Yeah.
He's playing America's dad.
He is America's dad. That's his role.
But I mean, well, to be fair, you really can't even bring up Star Wars. I mean, The Mandalorian, because he's got the helmet on. We don't even know it's him.
He takes off.
All he did in Mandalorian is Grogu. Pick up the ball, Grogu. Stop, Grogu. This is the way. That's all.
And he blew up some stuff.
He did. I mean, you could have showed up for that. Angel and just did that. Grogu, put that down.
Well, you see, I got my helmet.
And half of us with the mask on too. At least the first season.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to the Mandalorian movie when it does come out. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to it.
So, but either way, you know, I thought it was a great film. You know,
Game of Thrones, technically, he did say he'd had children. So
I mean, he was a prince. Yep, that's right.
Yep.
So anyway, so much for that. Now that we're done with superhero movies, what's the next one? Are you guys excited for Wonder Man?
No.
Yeah, that part.
It's like an afterthought, man. It's like literally nobody asked for this film. No one's got any hype for this film.
And he's like, I don't know. I think it's just ruining. I actually like Wonder Man. I think
I'm gonna make a comment that I never make.
Okay,
I almost want to say. I'm not saying I'm saying it, but I'm saying I almost want to say. I want the show to fail.
Oh,
just as a lesson to Disney to never do this again. Stop race swapping characters because you're unwilling to take existing Black characters and do something with them.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think Marvel does that?
Because
they like irritating people.
They want to promote certain IPs licensing wise, Kevin Grievous gave us the best definition of it. He said, for these companies, Marvel, DC, the mainstream companies, it's all their IP is about licensing, right? You want, and part of getting that a good strong hold on your licensing is having different versions of the same IP. So from a legal standpoint, you want to have a black, white, Asian version of Superman, because then you're making a stronger claim that you own that IP. And you know,
that is true.
It's not about the comics and the movies. It's about all the by itself. It's about the lunch boxes, the Halloween costumes, the statues, the toys, the breakfast cereals. That's where they make all their money too. It's licensing. Every time you go to Walmart and you see a Superman blanket or a Spider-Man lunchbox, that's more money that they're getting off of licensing. And so they want to keep using the same characters over and over because they're well recognized. If I decide to say, hey, let's put out a Mole Man lunchbox, how many people are going to buy that? Kids aren't going to know who that is.
No.
They want to stick with what people know because they're lazy.
Well, Fast Willie Jackson, he got a comment here because that's what y'all wanted.
For years,
black folks kept saying they wanted everyone to be black.
Oh, wow.
Y'all want black Kryptonians.
No, we didn't ask for everybody to be black in the sense of making white characters black. We wanted our black characters to be out there.
Now let my man double down against this. So Marvel and DC made them black and zesty. Bruh.
Oh God. I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now he's zesty.
You know what? You know, Fast Willie Jackson. You know what, bro? I'm gonna need you to come on the show. I want you to host in my place. You say it louder for the people in the back. But no, I mean, to his point, I think there was some of that. It's weird though, man. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because why would they put a black character or white or race swap a character like Wonder Man? If black comic book heads are not even buying Wonder Man, have no interest in buying Wonder Man, or even thinking about Wonder Man. Now, I'm pretty sure there's one or two guys out here who happen to be hardcore Wonder Man fans. Anytime they've done that, you know, I remember when Aldous Hodge played Hawkman, and all these Hawkman fans came out the woodwork. You know, it's kind of like, y'all read Hawkman? Y'all like Hawkman? Oh, okay.
Imagine some kid seeing the Wonder Man thing, some little black kid. Oh wow, black superhero just like me. Wonder Man's cool. It's great. Cool. So I'm gonna go to the comic book shop and I'm gonna buy Wonder Man comics. Wait, that's not my Wonder Man.
It's not the Wonder Man that I saw on TV, mommy. Yeah.
What's gonna happen, as we all know, I say this all the time. Whatever happens in the MCU will happen in the comics.
Right.
What do you think, if Wonder Man's a hit, is going to happen to Wonder Man in the comics? Simon's going to die. He's going to be reincarnated in the body of a black man, and all of a sudden, Wonder Man's black.
We already seen that. It's Godfrey Cambridge, Watermelon Man.
What?
You never heard that movie Watermelon Man? Angel?
No.
It's about a racist. It's about a racist white dude, right? And he goes to sleep and he wakes up black. So yeah.
Watermelon Man. That sounds horrible.
It's a 70s classic.
With the super chat.
Cornelius Rain, thank you very much for your super chat.
Thank you, Cornelius.
Definitely appreciate that. Let's go.
So I'm gonna just throw it out there because when Nick Fury became one of the best known characters because of Samuel L. Jackson, if the MCU influenced the comic books, as
well, no, the difference is that Nick Fury was black in the comics before he appeared in the MCU, because the black Nick Fury, the whole MCU, first of all, is based on the Ultimate comics from back in the day.
Right. No, yeah.
And in that Ultimate comics, they made Nick Fury black, and specifically, they made him specifically look like Samuel L. Jackson without Samuel L. Jackson's permission. So in that respect, it wasn't a matter of, art imitating life. The MCU is based on Ultimate Comics, and in Ultimate Comics, Nick Fury is black. Now, they did subsequently retcon black Nick Fury in our present comics by indicating that the original Nick Fury simply had a black son, Nick Fury Jr. And that's who we have in the comics now, is Nick Fury Jr., who's black because his dad is Nick Fury and his mom is Black Agent from S.H.I.E.L.D.
I just figured I'd bring it up because I know some people are going to bring it up.
All right, listen. Look, I'm gonna watch the Wonder Man show.
I'll wait till it come out on streaming.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be on Disney.
Angel gonna wait till it comes on Tubi.
So, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it to see what it's about or whatever. I'm not standing on no. I'm not. Listen. I am not Dr. Umar Johnson of the black comic book community.
Dr. Umar.
I'm down with the race swaps. I'm down with the swirl.
Is Marvel Zombies
as many boxes as possible.
Yeah, that's another one. The Marvel Zombies supposed to be rumored to come out.
Yeah.
Wasn't there supposed to be another? There's a Punisher special presentation, which is like how they did the Werewolf by Night, where they did like an hour long, whatever. It's like doing a movie without doing a movie. They call it special presentations.
That's what's up.
They're doing one for the Punisher.
I'm in for that. What's old boy name? John Bernthal? That's his name?
Yeah.
He did.
I like him. He's good. Yeah.
Spider-Man movie.
I mean, I enjoyed it. He was the best thing happened in the Daredevil Born Again series.
That's perfect casting.
You asked what other movies are coming out. The Spider-Man movies coming out.
Which one?
Both. Tom Holland and the Miles Morales one.
Well, I mean, that's 2026. That's not.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies, it'll be a mini series that starts on the 24th of September.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's right around the corner.
I mean,
Wraith says Marvel also race swaps because they're lazy and don't want to put effort into looking for existing lesser-known Black Marvel heroes, or putting effort into making those characters interesting. Yes, 100% yes, 120% yes.
Okay, I get it, but still, why would you pull Wonder Man? I mean, race swap Hyperion.
Just do
Blue interesting, bro. I mean, give me a Black Hawkeye. How about a Black Hawkeye?
Or just do Blue Marvel.
Do you know any black people in the archery?
Now, the interesting race swap they did recently was with Hawkeye in the Ultimate Comics.
Yeah, that's what's up, Amir. Say his name. That was the best part of Daredevil. Look, I know that we're not going to get the characters that we want. They're not going to do Blue Marvel. They clearly and painfully made that obvious. It's interesting, though. Speaking of the Marvels, did y'all hear about the sister director who directed the Marvels, Nia Costa?
Nia Costa.
She threw Marvel under the bus. She basically said that what y'all got, that wasn't me. And it's like, wow. there was an expectation that people had for that movie. Blue Marvel being one of them that didn't show up. And they can't tell us that Blue Marvel was not there.
He was.
Because all them Blue Marvel action figures showed up at Ollie's the day after the movie tanked.
But more specifically, on the IMDb, the actor, what's his name? The Canadian actor. Do you remember the last John Wick? I can't remember his name. Remember the last John Wick movie? John Wick 4, and they had the black actor who had the dog, who was...
Oh, yeah, the army guy, the army veteran.
That guy.
His hand got sliced.
He was supposed to be in the Marvel's movie. He had an IMDb
really?
credit. So everyone knew he was going to be Blue Marvel.
Oh, man, he would have been good. Wow.
So much for that.
I'm still waiting on Dr. Voodoo too, or Brother Voodoo.
We didn't get that, and so they've had their time to do things like that. Now, Brother Voodoo or Dr. Voodoo is interested in that. Dr. Voodoo is probably going to show up when they do Strange Academy. There's no way you could tell me that they're not going to do Strange Academy. Strange Academy is literally printing money.
That was the best part of the Ironheart series.
So when that does take place, whether they do it big screen or little screen, I'm hoping that they go ahead and do a series. I think that's when we'll see Dr. Voodoo, because I don't necessarily see Doctor Strange as being the focus of Strange Academy, because in the comic book, Doctor Strange is literally not in the book, even though it's his school. Dr. Voodoo is the actual, schoolmaster.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for him to debut in that regard, or maybe in the next, Doctor Strange movie or whatever. But there's no way that guy's not showing up if they do a Strange Academy movie, because he's the focus in Strange Academy. And even though it's really, the kids are more the focus, but he plays a pivotal role in that particular part of the IP. So I can't see them not doing it. It would be just idiotic, in my humble opinion, to not include him.
Wouldn't be the first time.
True. True. Yep. And once again, Black Comic Lords does not fail to do a series without mentioning Blue Marvel. Go figure.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, pretty much should have been cast to play Dr. Voodoo. Actually, who would also be good would be Steve Toussaint from House of Dragon.
Oh.
Thank you for the super chat.
Show me the money. Yeah! Louder! Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. I love black people.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway,
what's going on, Jermaine?
Jermaine Russell. I haven't seen
it. You guys got this book. And y'all bought this. Did y'all buy this when it first came out?
The magazine?
Yeah, I have it.
This is dope. This is dope, man, for real.
Where'd you pick that up?
You have to
At
order
Gulf
it.
Coast Cosmos. This is issue number 2.
Yeah, the owner name is Dana. He's really cool. The Sun Hero Comics.
Yeah. He's got a nice article here with Chuck Patton. Chuck Patton, did you know Chuck Patton won an Emmy?
I did not know that.
We interviewed him and I didn't know that.
Wait, I think you did know that, Paul. I thought we talked.
What do you win an Emmy for?
Let me see. Yeah, for directing Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Yeah, I think you.
And he directed 52 episodes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the popular cartoon.
Sun Hero is a magazine on Black culture.
America's
nerd pop culture.
Blackest
So
Nerd
comics,
magazine.
Yeah, it's pure black nerdum.
Yes, in Manifesto, that is Kevin Greevy on the cover. Yeah. So yeah, this is dope.
Okay, 100.
It's funny how y'all keep saying the best part, haha, the MCU is really on the struggle bus right now.
Look, we need something to talk about, bro. You know, it's like showing up. It's like showing up to work knowing that you failed the last few Sundays, and trying to mansplain why you suck. Well, we got to just do better. Got to do better. I got to do better. Everybody in this locker room has to look at themselves and figure out whether or not they want to succeed.
SunHeroMagazine.com.
Yes. It ain't cheap, though. I will say that.
On that website, Angel?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Do they sell those books on their website?
Yeah, it's still available. It's not sold out yet.
Cool.
Okay, Louisiana Kid. Hey, thanks for joining us. I just finished reading issue 3 of They Chose Violence, and that joint is tight.
Yeah, we should have that person on the show.
Is it really though? Is it really tight?
It is adult oriented.
It's toxic, is what it is. If you like toxicity,
look,
have that.
I don't like to use the word toxic as much as letting my imagination go wild.
Yeah.
You can't say that you
That's
see
what you call
all
it. Okay.
of the negativity in the world and think to yourself, even for just a second, I wish I could just, and then blank, fill in the blank. When you see, people storming the Capitol on January 6th, or you see a black man getting murdered on camera by police, when you think about Trayvon Martin, when you think about, Sandra Bland, you think about these people in our community and what we go through, and for even the briefest of seconds, on a primordial emotional level, you say to yourself, man, if I saw that, I wish I could blank. They Choose Violence is that blank. It's, I wish I could have chosen violence to deal with that situation. And that's what the book is about. And we'll talk about it next week when we interview them. Sheldon Allen.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. I'll say it like that. It's definitely shock.
A lot of stuff.
And while it artistically it has merit in terms of the greatest what if, what happens if you could be unhinged, what would it look like?
Right.
So it's definitely, an acquired taste from that standpoint. What if you could do this? But it's interesting though that, when we talk about that, and I'm pretty sure you'll talk with the creators about it, but oftentimes when people enact on revenge, which is one of the themes of the book, very few people that's supposed to get it don't. It's always the innocent that get hurt. So in this book, though, they go after the guilty, which is really quote unquote. If you're going to be on that bus, that's what you do. But some people like to, a few months ago, a guy shot a police officer, I want to say, but he didn't shoot the guy that shot his family or whatever. Shot an innocent guy. It's like, and everybody was like, "We all need to protect him at all costs." Well, he shot the wrong dude. We have to. That's the thing about superheroes and that kind of thing. We have to think about the moral dilemmas that superheroes have when they want to go off hinged or whatever. Which is interesting too, because when superheroes go off hinge, we seem to like clamor for that. When Superman in the Injustice? You've seen Injustice, huh, Paul?
Yes.
When Superman goes off unhinged, it's frightening. Because it's like, wait a minute, hold up. You're the Boy Scout. You're supposed to think everybody good. You're supposed to be true justice in the American way.
Unhinged that you realize and respect how much restraint Superman normally has.
Yeah.
You know, Rich, I have to give you credit. There is something that you say in this space all the time. We talk about superheroes in the Black community.
Mm-hmm.
You say, we have real life superheroes in the Black community.
Yes.
And to that end, to that point, there's this right here. A book that you said you just had the opportunity to pick up at Gulf Coast Comics, Ancestral Recall.
Yes. Yes.
This book is about the concept of using Black figures from Black history as a superpower. What if you could tap into the brilliance of, say, a Benjamin Banneker?
I'm here for it.
How would that be any different than you being a modern day Tony Stark? What if you could tap into the the martial abilities of Shaka Zulu? You know, what if you could? You know, it's just go on and on and on. If you could tap into our real life history, our real life heroes in history, their abilities, their superpowers, as it were, and manifest them on call, how interesting would that be? That's what this story is about, in large part. And we're going to talk to Jordan Clark tomorrow night about Ancestral Recall. So I hope you all will join us tomorrow to check that out. Please support. Which brings up my next point. Please like this video. We don't have nearly as many likes as we should. I want everyone to take a moment right now. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's right there, little thumb. Hit the up button on that. Share this video over your social media. I don't care what platform you have it. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you have, share the video. Just takes a second. And if you're not subscribed to, we're seeing a lot of new faces here. Welcome to the Black Comic Lords. We do stuff like this all the time. If you want to see more of it, if you want to be alerted as to when it comes on, please subscribe to the channel. And if you really want extra bonus points, hit the little bell and you'll be notified of when we do this show every week.
You know, when I was at Byron's shop, I picked up a few. I picked up a few things actually. This Ancestral Recall, I guess is the cover A.
Yeah.
I got that. Then I also picked up this. It's called The Secret History of Black Punk.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. John Beauvoir is one of my favorite artists from the 80s, 90s, whatever. The guys did stuff with Kiss and a few other bands, but Black punk music, or I should say Black artists in punk music has been it's not something that's mainstream, if you could say it like that. But you talk about in terms of music and Black people's influence, our fingerprints are everywhere. And so when people think of the word punk, they might think of some, white kids or whatever playing some crazy music or whatever, right? But, Black kids express themselves in that genre as well. And so this book is about that, you know what I'm saying? And it's a dope, just as a picture of John Beauvoir right there. So, something cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I love comics and all that it has to offer. So Manifesto said there's a documentary on that band Death. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that documentary. It's pretty cool. Fast Willie Jackson, you out of line. I'm logging off. Just stay away from W. Du Bois' power because he'd be like Thanos and eradicate 90% of us black folk, keeping only the talented 10.
Uncalled for, sir. That is uncalled for.
What did Thanos say? I'm inevitable.
Right.
But you know what? Somebody ought to do, man. You know what? Fast Willie, that's ooh, man. What if you had the power of Thanos, Paul?
Oh,
and you could snap.
Let me tell you from right now. I would, if I had any type of superpowers, particularly the power of Thanos, there is 100% possibility I would misuse those powers.
I think we all would. Because I know I snap a few.
How many people voted for the orange one?
You snapping everybody that voted for the orange. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Yeah, it is right.
That ain't right. Yeah. Boy. Like I said, I guess Thanos was right, huh? That what we doing now? You know, we promoted that. Can I get that on a t-shirt? Thanos was right.
Thanos is right. That's actually not a bad shirt. Thanos was right.
I approve that message.
It should actually say, apparently, Thanos was right.
Oh, bro. Could you imagine if there was a real Thanos? We'd be, all of us be out of here. We all be gone. Like, please. I wouldn't even get into a Twitter beef. I'd just be.
You cut me off in traffic.
Oh my God. It would get petty real quick.
So petty so quickly.
It's like,
Nobody left.
I gotta say, I know you Black Panther fans, y'all snapping John Ridley.
John who? My snap would go so
Matter
far.
of fact, he's snapping every, not only John Ridley, he's snapping every issue of John Ridley. Man, I got it right here. What are you doing?
I would never snap him out of, I almost made me say his name. I would never say I would snap him out of existence. He's a brilliant writer. He's done lots of great works outside of Black Panther that deserve to be there. I would simply snap his entire run out of existence as if it never existed.
Yeah. Sorry, Paul. I got a black pill for you.
What's that?
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
I don't recognize that run.
Sure you do. That's the run that
plenty of comics from that run that if anybody needs issues of, I'll have plenty of.
Look, you just talked to Torrin Clark about Tosin Aduya.
Yeah. What did he say? What did he say? Who?
He didn't even. And say, all I got to do is just go to that timestamp and put it on Twitter. Be like, when I'm just here for a paycheck, and you know, I'm just here to get paid. He didn't know who homie was. It was just like, man, it was just another character. I don't understand why everybody was upset.
And I told him, you ain't miss much.
That's crazy. But you know, but see, one of the things about that though is that apart from this being a new character, that was the 200th issue of Black Panther. So speculators, unfortunately, which is weird to me, they knew that this was the 200th issue of Black Panther. What they didn't know that a new character was going to get introduced, which is why that book spiked the way it did. Now, honestly, am I expecting to do something with Tosin? No. I think that Tosin, the Governor, the Buffalo Soldier, we'll probably never see those characters ever again.
I'm cool with that.
I know you are.
What characters?
Snap. Shout out to DJ Big Phil. I can see Phil going into his portfolio. Hey man, it's my show. It's my show. Let me show you this. It's my show. Where you go?
Exactly. I'd be like, oh, sorry. Beautiful piece of art, but
he just go snap everything that has to do with John Ridley in that run. That would be hilarious, bro.
By the way, I think I saw there's going to be a screening of Collections in Black in Charlotte, North Carolina on September 13th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
September 13th.
Yep.
So anybody in the Charlotte area wants to catch that screening because, you know.
You know what's funny? My birthday is in September.
Me too.
When's your birthday, Rich? I'll program it in my phone.
The 14th.
September 14th.
Yeah.
I'm 4 days later.
I remember
You
when
are not. You're September 18th?
Yeah.
I'll put that in there too.
I remember when I first saw that ad that he was going to be doing that. And I thought about it, like, man, it would be cool just to fly down to Charlotte for that.
I'll drive over there. I'll drive there. I'll let you know how it is, how it goes.
Yeah. My wife is asking me what I want to do. That would be a cool trip to take.
Yeah.
That would be a cool trip to take. My wife would love to go. I've never been to North Carolina.
Charlotte's a nice city.
I'm pretty sure we could probably see a whole bunch of stuff while we're there.
Yeah, I got family in Charlotte.
Okay.
Rich, you got to vote for doing your show on Sunday. So just letting you know.
Who want me to do a show?
Louisiana Kid.
I don't know Louisiana Kid. I mean, you know, and this is real talk. Let me just be transparent for a moment. I like to do the show when it's fun for me. And I'm really wrestling with trying to create something new. I really, if that makes any sense, I don't want to do the same show. And I'm just wrestling with how to do it. Because part of me is like, keep doing it just because I've been doing it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I want it to be fun. Now I know I can show up and just talk, run my mouth or whatever, but I really want to do something on a bigger level. And I really mean that sincerely, that, you know, because I want Black Comedy Lords to go to the next level. But I feel like we have to take giant steps in that direction, if that makes any sense. I want to do it, but right now I'm not inspired. And that's just being honest. It's like, I love comics. That hadn't changed. But what has changed is my intentions toward comics, if that makes any sense. I just saw, shout out to BJ Kicks. I just saw, you know, where he's right now asking people to support him because, you know, he's trying to take his channel to the next level. This costs money and time. It costs money and time. And the thing is, it's cool when you rolling, but when bills are due or when you sacrifice that time and you don't sometimes get the love back, or you get taken for granted, or you don't get their support, or you show up and you get criticized. I think that's one of the most hurtful things for what we do, Paul.
Bro, I almost quit BCL over that.
And you're trying to help. You trying to bless. And then the thing is, people that know more than you or whatever, that could do what you do but refuse to. But you get slugs for it. You get slugs for it. And it's like, oh, man, why am I here? Why bother? Why put up with this? My wife has enjoyed me being busy and not fooling with BCL. Because again, this takes time away from her. This takes time away. You know what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice. It's just not Rich showing up to talk noise for a couple of hours a week. We are all family, men and women. Shout out to Angel. We have families. We have loved ones. We have people that care about us, that really care about us. And, again, for me, it's like, people want it. The demand got to be there. I don't necessarily know if the demand is there. I can't have the demand for myself. I'm just done with that part of thing. I can't do it because I want to just do it. It has to be something that I feel like people want for me to really aspire to do it. Because right now I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I love comics. That hasn't changed. But it's kind of like, why should I do it? Because, I need to be infused with inspiration. I need energy from other people. When's the last time you called to check on your brother? Shout out to Paul. Paul texted me about a week ago. He said, I'm just doing a check to see how you doing, man, or whatever. Shout out to Dion. Dion sent me an Instagram message. Not an Instagram, a direct message. Just checking on you, see how you doing. That meant the world to me, bro. But the thing is that you do that for people, and sometimes you don't get it back, bro. It make you feel some type of way. And it's comics. That's the thing I need everybody to understand. It's comics. It's not real life. Y'all don't know the weight that we carry. Some of the stuff, if y'all knew the stuff that Paul had to do behind the scenes, y'all would probably cry for him. If y'all knew some of the stuff that I had to carry behind the scenes, you'd probably cry for me. Because, bro, we show up and we laugh and we joke with y'all, but y'all don't even realize how much pain or how much struggle we have to deal with. Just to show up for 2 hours, bro, to get criticized by other podcasters and other people in this community. Why? Because we Black comic lords? Because we got more subscribers than y'all?
Right, that part.
And they always phrase, y'all took me here, y'all always phrase, it ain't about the number of subscribers you got. Well, clearly it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or the people that support or follow the channel. It's so weird to me. But this is what we deal with. You know what I'm saying? So this time away has really been giving me some a vantage point to sit back and look and see who really rocks with me, who really cares about me, who really cares that I do this or not. Because don't none of y'all love me as much as my wife. And she puts up with me and Black comic lords. Derek spends a lot of time preparing for interviews.
Yep.
Slides and stuff. All that takes time. All that takes time and effort and time away from his family. The sacrifice to bring y'all this. I'll just be honest. Sometimes I think Black comic lords gets taken for granted. Matter of fact, I know y'all do.
Sometimes.
I know y'all do. And again, are we perfect? No. We're not. But we need allies. We need allies. We need advocates. I mean, I'm just tired of advocating for us, Paul. We can't be the only ones advocating. we want this thing to be a movement. You know what I'm saying? And because we get weak, we get tired, we get frustrated. Because we live in life. You think I care? Listen, I got a father that has dementia. Do you think I care about recast T'Challa or anything like that when it comes to him? Hell no. But I show up and I say recast. I show up when I know I need to be spending time with my wife. I'll show up even though I know I ain't really got the energy for it tonight. I show up knowing that I hadn't read one comic book. Show up regardless. I mean, you know, and I'm not trying to bring us down or whatever, but I'm just saying that's a real thing. And to be perfectly honest with y'all, I saw something on there that said there's no real black comic book community. I saw that and I was like, damn. Paul, me and you been grinding. Derek, me and you been grinding. Angel, we've been grinding for 3-4 years. But there ain't no black comic book community. I like, okay.
Let me tell these 90,000 followers, they're not a real community.
You know, and again, you know what I'm saying? And Louisiana Kid, I don't want you to take what I say with a grain of salt. But what I really want to come across to say is that we put in a lot of work to be here because we know that representation is not there like it's necessary. And we get ostracized because all we deal with is primarily is comics. We don't muddle in the other places. We talk blurred stuff or whatever time, but people have tried to terraform this space time and time again, making it something that we're not. And we can't do that. You know, what makes Black Comic Lords is the fact that we focus on comics. We talk about the MCU, but I could care less. I could care less. I'm gonna go to the movie theater. I'm gonna eat some popcorn. I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna. You won't see no vein protruding from my neck over these stories or lack thereof, or the lack of representation, or the lack of this, that, and the third. When I know they're gonna do what they want to do, I'm able to enjoy all of this stuff because I just don't put the care into it. I want to enjoy and have fun. And sometimes my having fun sometimes pisses some people in this community off. I can't enjoy Eric July because he's a coon. I'm not going to buy his book because he's a coon. Okay, well, don't buy it. But don't begrudge nobody else if they want to buy it.
Right. That part.
Don't be mad at somebody because they don't have a political affiliation that you got. I'm just saying. I mean, it's just weird to me that we got so much smoke for certain people. And I'm like, okay, so we shouldn't. What should Black Comic Lords? Are we to be the Umar Johnsons of the Black comic book community, or are we just gonna be comic book collectors and talk about what comics are? That's what we're here for. We're not here for the other stuff. You know, so I mean, you know, I've watched some. I've been out of pocket, but I look at the chat. I look at the Black Comic Lord Facebook page. I see what people be saying, and that man, some of that stuff hurt, bro. Like, wow, that's what you think?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You know, and you know, so
people that we have, creators that we have supported, and we have posted their stuff in our space in support of their work. give comments like, well, BCL doesn't really support us. They're supporting that person.
That is like the worst, where we get used to get them bridged to something they need, and then they turn around and minimize the help that they got. That gets under my skin faster than
take
anything.
it a step further and get upset when you do that with someone else that they disagree with. It's okay when I support your book and try to get it to the masses. But if you don't like this person over here and I give equal treatment to them, we're not really supporting the community.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what
Instagram, we support everybody black.
And you could do that. That's fine. But I need you to be black and good, not black and white.
Yeah.
Because if you're whack, you're whack.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about you. We're not going to talk about your art. We're not going to talk about your story. If
right.
Because we have to have some kind of journalistic media integrity about what we're doing.
You'd be surprised
but
how much stuff we don't share with y'all because it's trash.
I mean, listen, there have been guys in this space, artists that have supported us, have helped us, have put bread in our pockets. I got nothing but love for. Straight up. And then there are others that we've tried to put bread in their pocket. And, they kind of like shoot us away. Like, okay.
Yeah, I've had that quite often lately. And I usually have projects that have cash value, but, ignore me if you want to. Move on to the next one.
It's just weird to me. I just want us to really, really be blessed. And not don't curse your blessing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of projects that we can support, our boy Sebastian Jones has another Kickstarter, Jason Wise. Tablets of Kush coming out. He's got a Stranger Con coming up. More information coming out. I'm not going to go into detail, but if you're interested in this immortal guy, going through history, returning Black artifacts to various museums, Kickstarter is about to go live. So just give a shout out to Stranger Comics and Sebastian on that.
Yep.
One last teaser for y'all to keep in the back of your mind for the future. The near future, I should say, is hold on. God, I'm stuck at this. This is why Derek should be doing this. Is Derek still on the screen?
Oh my God.
I'm
here. I'm here. I just don't know what you're gonna put on the screen, so
make sure we ain't got no music. If we got music tips to it, we in trouble.
I need you all to block off December 6th on your calendars. We're finally going to do the Black Comic Lords virtual Comic-Con. So mark that date off on your calendars, December 6th. This is going to be a lot of work. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We're going to try our best at it. Let's just say that we're swinging for the fences on this one. This will be bigger than probably anything we've ever done before, if it works out the way that we hope it will. I can tell you that every person who I've asked about this has said yes. That is both inspiring and nerve-wracking at the same time. So keep supporting us. We're going to need the help. More details to follow.
Yep. Should be a good time. And looking forward to doing Más Grandes.
As they say, Big things are gone.
Pause.
Shout out to Kazra. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Favorite comic book channel on YouTube. I learn more here than anywhere. Thank you, Kazra. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that.
And you know, it's funny, Kazra being here. He's not really a part of the
Get y'all to
space.
come down to Orlando.
He's like Black Comic Lord adjacent. But I mean, you know, he's literally outside and he says he learns more than, you know, scripture tells us that a prophet is without honor in his own country. And you know, ultimately, that's how success happens. It's not the people closest to you that can appreciate you. It's the people that is on the outside or whatever that benefit more than the people that's on the inside. And it's weird to me, but that's life. That's something that's a principle. So I'm glad we got people like my brother in the space. You know what I'm saying? The things he's doing with DJ Big Phil are amazing.
Well, a little birdie tells me Kazra may end up being with us on December 6th as well.
Well, that's what's up. Just send me some free art.
Oh, man. That sounds
I'm sure
expensive.
he can send you something on a napkin.
That even sounds expensive.
I didn't say how I wanted it. I didn't say I wanted a 16 by 20. You can put it on a napkin or something. Then just comment on it. Draw a stick figure or whatever and give it to me. I'm good with it. But no, seriously. Yeah, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of different people in the building with us on that day. So y'all stay tuned. You know, we're going to pull something off. Pause.
Something's going to happen. I don't know what, but something's going to happen.
Yeah. And until then,
all right, y'all. I need to go to bed because I got work in the morning because
So do I.
Same here.
So do I.
We all have lives beyond this time that we spend with each and every one of you, but we still appreciate each and every one of you. Again, please like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to us, and please share the video over your social medias to help our channel grow.
Yeah, please tell us, friend. We've been walking in mud trying to get to 5,000. Yeah, come on, we got to get there. Help us get there.
Yeah, that's crazy. We got 1,000 more to go. Where are we at right now?
We almost all we need is like 200.
Yeah, a little over 200
to get to. Matter of fact, that's got to be the goal before we have the con. We need to have 5,000 subscribers before December 6th.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do it.
I think I can. I know I can.
Get some of your friends to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. They ain't got to watch it. Just subscribe.
Yeah, just click the bell.
Hey, just
easy.
Pull out their phone. Say, hey, bring up YouTube and subscribe for them and hand their phone back to them.
I would bribe you, but I ain't letting you guys have nothing out of my collection. So it's like, come to Black Comic Lords. We give away free comics. We go now. Listen, we're probably going to have some books to give away at the con. Maybe.
Possibly.
We might even have something better than books to give away at the con. That's all.
See,
that's all I'm saying.
I don't know what's better than books, but okay.
Did I not tell you that Kazra was going to be in the? All right, let me leave it at that.
Hey, we know. I mean, look, you talk about Kazra, that's original art. That's a whole lot.
Rich can never hold water for anything.
No. I was going to bring up. He did a show. I think he did a show with Otis not too long ago. That was dope for real. And you know, Otis that's my guy. Love that dude. But he has an amazing original art collection.
Yes, he does.
And he was sharing some of it on the OAX show. Y'all got some dope people in this community. Y'all should support each and every one of them. So I'm gonna try to get down to OAX next year.
You should.
I might be there for a hot second, which means I might just fly in day of and leave the same day. But I'm gonna try to get down there
It's
for
a
that.
multi-day event. You want to go for 2 days, but
It's definitely worth going.
Rich,
absolutely worth going.
I promise you, you will not regret it.
Well,
ask Angel. Angel, did you regret going?
No, because again, I know I said it after the show, but typically in male-centered spaces, I'm kept on the outside of things, but it was very welcoming. It was very few of the former that I mentioned. It was really good. I learned a lot. A lot of people had historical stories. It was good. It was good. It was very different and well needed, especially for a collector.
It's a totally different vibe than what you get at a regular Comic-Con. Totally different vibe. Much more intimate, much more personal. It's a great event. Great event. I can't say enough about it.
Congrats to Kaz for cultivating that.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know when the next one is gonna be so I can start planning and save my penny.
I believe it's in February.
February. Oh.
Okay. We're gonna try to make it happen. But anyway, it's been fun, y'all. I don't know when I'm gonna see y'all again. No, for real, because again, I popped in tonight, not really planning to, but I finally got my office together, and
why don't you try reading that recall book, ancestral recall book tonight before you go to bed, and join us tomorrow night when we interview Jordan Clark.
I don't know if I'll be able to, bro. I'm in school.
Man, play hooky. That's what school's for.
That don't even sound right.
It ain't that kind of school.
You can't get extra credit.
It's like the principal happens to be the master of the universe. So I don't.
Tell the Almighty to give you a hall pass.
Give me a hall pass. So, your word to his ears, okay? Anyway, I'll check out the book. I will read it tonight, and I definitely will be. Hopefully, if I don't be on the show, I'll be in the chat. But we'll see.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I gotta go to bed, y'all.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, please.
Black Comic Lords, we got you.
Peace.